Yo, 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 what's really good, everybody? It's the Street Geeks. We are back with another episode right here. Ready to give you some info, ready to have some fun today. You know what I'm saying? The squad is in the building as always. It's your boy Genocide, or Genis. You know what I'm saying? In the building. Ramses, what's up, man?
What's up, man? Good to be back.
Yeah,
you know
right
it
on.
is. Here with the fellas.
You know what I'm saying?
Do another one.
Nah, man.
Yeah. Hey,
All
hey.
right, yo. Come on, man.
What up, y'all?
Yeah, you got this.
We got Josh.
Yeah,
got Adam.
so you already know Josh the barber, the Don. You already know.
Adam the barber, the other Don.
and then the way he does the hand gesture. Adam, the barber, the other Don. You know. Now, man, and again, it's good to be back. You know, another episode here. Lots to talk about. The CinemaCon, one of them. Even Geek Fest. We got a lot of topics to pretty much touch up on today. So yeah, let's get started, guys. Man, you know, I'm excited to hear.
We're gonna start off with Geek Fest.
Yeah.
What's up with Geek
How
Fest,
was your
man?
experience, bro?
It was cool. It was cool to hang with you guys. Shout out to everybody at the fest. And it was nice to see a lot of different, vendors and, people. There was some cosplay. There was a set of guys that dressed like the Mandalorian and Boba
Yeah,
Fett. That
dope.
was fire.
Oh,
They were
word.
fully.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they were fully
Yeah,
dressed
when
out.
they came by us, I said, "This is the way," and he came and shook my hand.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. They had those guys that were doing like the battle royale on the corner over there.
The LARPing.
The LARP, is that what that's called? Yeah.
Yeah, they
Bro,
were
it was
they were
hot
there.
out
They were
there,
there
too.
last time, and I'm not gonna
All
lie.
day.
Yo, they were
All
going
day.
in.
They be getting-
There was a
they-
dude
they
in
be
there.
swinging
You
them
know
things
those
for their
dinosaur,
life.
the plastic dinosaur
Yeah,
outfits. There was a dude
yeah.
dressed in that playing with that shit, bro. It was
Yo.
hot as hell
Bro,
out there,
Yo,
bro.
they were hitting each other though, bro. There was this. Anyways, they were going in.
Hey,
They
it
were
reminds
going
me a
in.
little
It
bit
was-
of Braveheart.
Yeah.
These guys were going at it, like they're trying to chop off heads. You know?
Yeah.
It was cool though.
Same type of acting in Braveheart too.
Yeah, right.
But it's crazy though when they get hit, like they act like their arm is chopped. You know what I mean? Or their
Yeah.
leg is chopped, and they're hopping around with one leg.
Yeah, and last time I saw, it seemed like they had formations too. They attacking waves, so they have this precise technique. So I don't know exactly what the whole point was because they're within this box that they're fighting in, you
Yeah.
know. And I don't know, it's like whoever takes the most guys out, but these guys be getting it in, man. These guys be sweating. out
Yeah,
there.
when I went to go grab some lunch, I'm watching them, and two guys were arguing. Like they got serious with it. You know what I mean? Like you're not doing your job, bro. Like do your job.
you keep getting bodied out here.
Yo, they.
It's like a sport to them.
Yeah.
It is like a sport to them. Like it's our version of role models.
Yeah.
Right? The movie.
Yeah,
pretty
facts,
much.
facts.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a classic movie. Yeah, that was funny. Yeah. There was a guy walking up and down, like he was full like
Yeah.
metal armor.
Yeah.
Like from the medieval time.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Yo.
The employees on their off time, they just they still go
That
out
was
there
dope.
and
That was
you know
dope.
do the medieval times thing out there. Who knows?
It's dope though. As long
that's
as they
cool.
have
Yeah.
fun, you know, it's all fun. That's just,
And there was a crazy part where my parents had showed up, and my dad started. He saw one of the guys with his swords, and my father. He starts talking to them,
Yeah.
and he's like, yeah, I got a bunch of these swords at the house, and and the guy's like, that's a nice sword with the jewels on it and shit. And the guy's like, yeah, I paid $200 for this sword, and my dad was like, that's how much they're worth. He's like, yeah. He's like, you got swords? He's like, yeah, I got a lot of swords. He's like, you should bring them here and sell them. And he's like, my son's got a booth over there. And he's like, and he comes up to me and he's like, yeah. You know what? You should, the swords, I'm going to bring them. I'm like, all right, well, in 3 months, volume 7, because this was volume 6. I said, we'll do another Geek Fest. And you could set up a little booth next to us and sell your sharp tools.
yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Was there a lot more vendors this time around? Did
It seemed like
Yeah.
they were packed wall to wall,
Full.
literally. Yeah.
It was full to my
And there was a lot
So
more
it's growing.
people this time around as well.
yeah, it's definitely growing, man. Man, that's awesome.
And they had a whole Deadpool Dodge Challenger or Charger there.
Yeah, that was
decked
cool.
out with like a life-size Deadpool. This,
Yeah,
that,
he
and the
had some
other.
dope in the trunk. Did you see in the
Yeah,
trunk?
I did see the trunk.
Yo, he
Yeah,
had a
picture
like
of him.
11 by 17 picture that was pretty dope.
So
Yeah.
Adam,
With Wolverine
you
and
buy?
It was just
I didn't
Deadpool.
buy anything.
I bought some stuff.
oh, you bought it because y'all
Yeah.
saying Deadpool, and I had to.
What you buy? What you
look
buy?
So
at Adam
no,
directly.
so I took a break and walked around, and there was this guy. He was selling some toys, whatever, and I just decked out my living room with pictures and different like toys and whatever. You know, it came out pretty dope. So he had these little small figurines of Miles and Gwen, and I have a wall of Miles and Gwen. So I asked him how much they were, and he looked at me. And he's like, "You," and I looked at him like. Then it clicked like, oh yeah, you was the guy who was here last time. Last time we clicked
right
with
on.
him, and he was selling toys, and he gave me a Hulk fist that actually I'm about to put on the wall. And it lights up like he's punching through the wall.
Oh, yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
waiting for the sticker to come in. So, but yeah, I'm about to put it on the wall. And he's like, man, I gotta tell you. He's like, bro, you changed my life. I was like, bro, I do this every day, so I changed a lot of people's lives.
Oh, you paid.
Nah. But I was like,
people's
what do
lives
you
out
mean,
here.
bro? And he's like, last time we was talking, and you was telling me that I should get on Whatnot, and he said I've been on Whatnot ever since, and bro, I've been killing it, and it's been a life change for me. And then I was like, bro, that's amazing. He's
That's
like,
what's
here,
up.
take those toys. Here, $5 for you. I was like, for real?
word.
So I was like, all right, cool.
That's
and
what's
he
up.
came over, and he grabbed some stickers that he's gonna put on his Whatnot and shout us out and stuff, and so that's
That was
pretty
dope.
dope. You know what I mean?
He had mentioned that he said he's making around close to like $2,000 a week
Oh wow.
selling toys.
Toys, yeah.
Wow. But vintage
Whoa.
stuff.
All kind of
kinds of
stuff.
stuff.
All
All
kind
whatever
of
he can
stuff.
get his
Yeah,
hands on.
Yeah.
used, new, clean,
Yeah.
old, whatever. Yeah.
He had a dope, like a big ass Hulk that I got, and it was only $15. So I grabbed that too. But
That's
he's good
what's up.
people. Yeah, we gonna
He
link
knows
up with him.
there's people out there that still want to be a Toys R Us kid. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
I'm glad he came over. He was excited to see
Yeah,
us. Yeah,
he was good people.
it's
He's
crazy
good
because
people.
he seemed very depraved when we saw him at the first
Yeah,
con.
first.
Yeah.
And he was
Now
like,
he's like a
"Oh."
little cleaner, got fresh kicks
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
And
Oh, yeah, he doing
was-
good. He
Yeah,
doing
he's doing good. Life is up right now for
Yeah,
him. So,
that's what's up.
you know, whenever the Don Dollars can change lives, we will.
that's I guess that's his new mission now. His hunts went from comic books to now going out there and actually wearing a cape.
Touching lives
And
touching
saving
lives.
What do we do with the where they bow down on the knee?
Oh, night in my night in him.
Now he became a
Oh,
superhero
man, he's
street
so-
geek. You know what I'm saying? He's
did.
out here saving lives.
You have been what not?
Or whatnot.
But
Speaking
nah, it was dope though. The whole experience was dope. So I met another dude from Brooklyn. No, he's from Brooklyn, but he lived in the Bronx a little bit, not too far where I'm from. So it's always good to connect with people from back home, whatever. And he was selling like little ices from back home. So I got one for him just to support whatever. And he might come to the shop. So
Jeremiah's Italian Ices was there.
Yeah.
I was surprised about that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Copped that.
That's what I'm
quick.
saying. There was
Yeah.
I got two of
more
them.
I saw it.
franchise
I was
companies
tempted
that
to.
were there.
Well,
It's
listen,
hot out there,
I
bro.
feel like at
Yeah.
this point, you know, they already do the little, they do the Ocala Comic Cons and things like that. That Geek Fest is gonna grow.
It's growing.
It's
yeah.
gonna grow, and you never know again what type of what's it gonna attract, you know?
Yeah.
And
It was
at this
cool.
pace,
Yeah.
you know, because that the one I was at last time, you know, obviously it was a lot smaller in the sense to my understanding, but it's just the fact that even just the few people that were there, man, it was just interesting things out there. Especially there was this one guy that was like right across from our table, and this dude had like literally almost every vintage video game that I
Yeah,
can
he
think
was
of
there again.
that I was on the hunt for. You know what I'm saying? Because usually it's hard. You can go to local spots and try to find things, but this guy just out of nowhere was just like, bam, all in one spot. Like, this is impossible. This is crazy.
Yeah,
You know?
he was
Even
there
like
again.
Conker's Bad Fur Day, which is one that I was looking for, and stuff like that for the 64. It's just he had him there, so it's dope. Yeah,
Yeah.
saying that he
Dude,
again.
there was back on the actually it just clicked when you said that there was a guy on the thing. He had all the action figures for the Batman animated series. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Nah,
He
I
had
see
them
it.
for every character: Batman, Robin, Harley. $300 a piece he wanted. He put
Damn.
the sticker, but they were like immaculate, still in the case. Like if you buy
Yeah,
them from
vintage, yeah.
vintage,
That's
300 a piece. I was like,
Yeah,
damn.
probably original packing.
Yeah, the original packing, like they look clean
Never
as hell.
opened.
Never
Yeah.
opened nothing. And I was like, dude, 300. He's like, yep. If you
Yeah,
want a
he
bundle,
ain't-
I'll hook you up.
He ain't
And he was-
budging.
yeah, he was like, yup.
It was dope too, cause Josh and I had all our comics out, and we had high end security, cause we have Ramsey's dad.
Oh yeah.
Just back there with a
With the
denim
jean
blazer,
jacket.
Yeah,
like
he
he
was
was on the
like-
cover of The Outsiders. He was back there, just eating his
You had the OG.
his
You
icy.
had the OG in the spot. That's
He
what
got
it
the big
is.
ol' cup,
Show
the big ol'
respect. The
cup.
OG.
Yeah, he thought he was at the Puerto Rican Day Parade back there. Just like-
Yeah, he was chilling.
Yeah,
He was chilling.
that's
That's
the
what's
original Don Dada.
Yeah. He loved he was telling me, he said, yo, those covers, because he's old school. Like when he saw the originals, like the Xmen when he saw, he's like, okay, yeah, I know. And then when I said, look at the art piece, he was like, yo, he goes, you gonna get that? People buy that? And I was like, yeah,
and
dude.
once he heard the prices as well, he was like, damn, that's a lot of money. Like, those go for that? Like, yeah, this is signed and one of a kind type stuff, you know?
Yeah. It's key stuff,
Yeah.
He was really digging it. He was like, yo, that's dope.
Yeah, but I think, I don't know, my opinion of, like, the Geek Fest itself, I think people are not trying to pay, like, 40, 50, 60 a pop for a comic. The guys that were over there that had the dollar bins, they were selling a lot.
Yeah.
But we have signed exclusive stuff, you know what I mean? We don't have dollar stuff, so...
Our stuff
People
would
want
probably
to be-
would mull over more at like
a bigger
Ocala
con,
Comic Con.
yeah.
Yeah, something a
Yeah.
little bigger that's more focused on
Right.
where people
Right.
know there's gonna be
More
a little bit
niche.
more. Yeah.
It's definitely
Exactly.
more niche.
Rare
That-
items.
That might be
and-
something we could actually look into.
Yeah, I said that a while ago.
Yeah.
But I think this is good to get our name out there, to make connections and network and stuff. You know what I mean?
But not only that, it gives you the experience of actually, as small as like even setting up for an event like that, how you want to approach these things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because we kept talking about new stuff to do. My dad started getting involved. He was like, "Oh, you should get a big banner with the logo on it.
Yeah.
You should have a separate banner just talking about the raffle
Yeah.
and this, that, or the other." So
Yeah.
And to display the raffle. Speaking of the raffle, right? You're right.
We're gonna pick up a winner soon.
Yeah, we're gonna do it now, right, guys?
right side, yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
So
right on.
Go ahead, Adam. You jump it off about it.
No, so basically, we had a raffle for a free slab.
We gotta shake it up.
Yeah, and one of those slabs
Rams.
might be on the wall there. It's
The Captain,
Captain
the Avengers.
the Avengers cover. Yep.
Rams.
You
Let
want
him pick. Let him pick.
Hold on, I'm gonna shake it off.
shake it off, homie.
All right.
Yeah.
Shake it up.
You must
know
have
what I mean? Street
you must
Geeks,
have a
baby.
shake weight at the crib.
And we were giving away these stickers to a lot of people.
professional hair
so, yeah, professional baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, you ready, Papa?
Yeah, let's go.
I was making you
All
better.
right, all right.
It's pretty close. You
Yeah.
dropped that.
All right,
see
no
who this
looking.
winner
Hey,
is.
no looking.
Yeah, Jen, hold
Hey,
it.
no
You
looking.
pick.
Yeah, I hold it. Nah.
Jen, hold
You
it.
get your hand
Pause,
out of it.
hold.
What is that?
Whoa, wait a minute.
Hold on.
That's a little suspect,
Let me
bro.
hold
That's a
it
little
out
suspect.
here.
You guys are dumb.
That's a little suspect.
No diddy.
All right, here we
That's
go.
Mad Diddy, son.
Drum roll.
All right.
That was a drum.
Oh, look
Not
at
a drum roll.
okay, so we got Sophia, Paul Maria. Paul Marine.
Let me see.
You want to go?
Yeah, that's cool.
All right. Oh, hold-
Or just yell. Well, no, can't yell the number out.
We ain't throwing it out.
DeAndre. All right.
Call her Sophia.
Yeah. Okay.
You'll figure it out.
So if they don't pick up, we
Just
go
say
with somebody
Sophia.
else.
Just say Sophia.
Is that what?
No, we gotta.
Okay.
Cause then what if they call back and be like, well, you just missed it, and then it's gonna be fucked up. You know?
No. Just asking.
All right, it's on speaker.
Yep. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, is this Sophia?
Yeah?
Hey, Sophia, this is Adam with Street Geeks. We're filming our podcast. We're just calling you live to let you know that you won the slab at the Ocala Geek Fest.
Yay!
So I'll have to try to get in touch with you to meet up. I don't know if you live locally, I assume.
Yeah. I live in the Bellevue area.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
perfect.
so yeah, we're not that far from
Perfect.
there. So we can meet, I don't know, we can figure out a place. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to do it over
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
All right. So can I text this number? Is it a cell phone?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. All right. I'll give you a text tomorrow, okay?
Thank you so much.
all right,
You're
congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's dope.
Right on. We made somebody's day.
Yeah.
Hey,
She was so
something.
quiet. She was
Yeah.
Yeah, she was kind of like laughing. You heard her laughing?
like, yeah. She was like, oh, snap.
That was dope, though.
That's cool though, man. You know, there you
All
go.
right, there we go. Congratulations.
Yeah, facts.
Cool.
Got the
We'll do one
cool.
of those
Yeah.
every time. That's how I feel.
9-8, you got a 9-8 slab. You
Yeah,
can't go
it
wrong
looks
with that.
good.
Facts.
Oh, just from stopping by and saying hi, you know
That's
what I mean,
it.
and looking at some
Showing,
books.
showing support and showing some love. That's all it takes, yo. That's it. That's what's up. So it definitely sounded like this second time, this second go around at the Geek Fest was definitely a success again, and there was definitely growth, and it's definitely bringing the geeks out here in Ocala.
Yeah.
Listen, again, man, y'all just y'all ain't gotta hide no more. We out here, we taking over.
You dig.
Geeks from the street, you feel me?
You dig?
That's it. But yeah. So let's continue then, man. I know some interesting things have been shown recently. The CinemaCon that has been announced, and all these companies, new releases, some sneak peeks that they had from Paramount, Disney. Man, like, just all I can say is this is actually going to be a really good year, though. You know, as far as the way it's looking out for the rest of the year, the game plan for a lot of these films this year and next.
Yeah.
It's
So-
definitely a solid lineup. You know.
So if people don't know what the CinemaCon is, it's pretty much it's like a con for where the studios get together with the theater owners like AMC, Regal, all those, and it's specifically tailored for them. Talk about just like if we would go to a Comic-Con, but that kind of event for them, and then they get to see exclusive things. Certain people, like critics and
I
others,
wonder if
get
they'll be selling like exclusive stuff. So and
more than
those-
likely.
those
I think.
theater owners and
Yeah.
I guess workers and stuff that could buy and. that'd be
Yeah, I
dope.
think that's kind of like what it's like, like it's catered to them and working out those things with them. Like, I guess the specialty, the posters, all that they discuss all.
Yeah, I think one of the things that I did see in one of the conversations about it was like the popcorn buckets, the style of them.
Yes, that's
You know,
getting
it's
hot
just like
now.
how
Oh, yeah.
it's becoming.
We got a lot. We
Yeah.
have a lot.
And then
Yeah.
I know one of the cool ones that I saw recently was like the Ghostbusters. You know how they had the actual catcher, but the fact that Kevin Feige was talking about that
Deadpool.
these Deadpool ones was designed by
Deadpool.
himself. So
Yeah.
the style on these is just it's gonna
gonna-
be something
bro,
off the wall.
We're
But
gonna have to
even
camp
even
out
to that
for them
point.
joints. Them joints are gonna be crazy.
I've seen a couple different mock-ups.
Yeah.
Some of them might hint towards like rated R type shit.
Yeah, no, definitely
Yeah,
from
and
what I
that's
see.
God.
hilarious.
Okay, so talking about that, that's why it's funny that you mentioned the rated R thing because they're really emphasizing about the rated R thing too. Because Kevin Feige
Was cursing.
he
Yeah, he
actually
was.
cursed
I saw.
at the, and
Yeah.
he's like, because it's rated R, so I can do that, And then I guess not to really get into it too much, but the Deadpool clip too that they had from the feature, I think it was only like about 9 minutes long in total that they were into that because from one of the points I saw they got into what's the Inside Out they had a really long review.
Yeah,
for
they
it.
were saying was
Yeah.
it Disney like 75 minutes worth of thing?
Yeah, they were
but
like,
half-
man, you almost watched the whole film already.
Yeah,
You
it was
got-
30
you got
minutes.
into it and it cut off.
It
Yeah.
was 30 minutes.
But anyway, the whole thing with
Yeah.
the Deadpool was just the fact that also one of the scenes or something like that. I don't remember exactly word for word, but I guess in one of the scenes that was shown was him saying straight up, "Fuck Fox," was it? And
No,
I'm
he's
going to
running.
Disneyland.
He was running up
Yeah.
to the camera, breaking the fourth wall thing, grabbing the microphone. They said, he grabs the microphone, looking at the camera, and said, "Fuck you, Fox. I'm
Yeah,
going to
I'm
Disneyland."
going to Disneyland.
So
That's
you
funny.
know,
Yeah.
emphasizing the rated R thing, which again,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it's a cool thing, but it is a cool thing because a character like Deadpool, we all know, you need that because you cannot have a character like him and make it anything less. His comedic style, the things that he does in general, like his twisted sense of humor is what makes him him. So I guess they emphasized that, which was pretty cool, and that was something that we spoke about it before. I'm definitely looking forward to.
Yeah, I'll stand up in the middle of the theater and applaud
Yeah.
when that moment
Yeah.
happens, if it does happen. Because, a lot of the stuff may not go to air. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
But it's crazy because we actually haven't even hit that threshold of Ryan doing a lot of the advertisement and promos for the
For
movie.
it yet.
Yeah, he did some Wrexham little bit not that long ago that I saw, and he was dressed in his Deadpool outfit, talking about Wrexham, and his his lager or whatever his drink is and all that shit. So, but yeah, it's gonna hit.
Pretty
It's gonna
soon.
hit
I'm
once
telling
it
you.
gets there. July 26th. So
It's
I
like
would say
3
like
months?
towards the end of May.
May, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Probably.
They'll
They're gonna be coming out,
tease
coming out,
between
coming out.
mid-May, but at end of May we'll start getting something a little bit fuller, more revealing.
Yeah.
But talking about Deadpool, also the announcement, and I guess I don't think they show clips, or was it that they showed photos? I think it was just photos of the new Captain America.
It was photos.
Yeah, it
He
was
came.
photos, right?
What's his name? That's playing he's new Captain. Oh God, what's his name?
Ford?
Anthony Mackie came out
Anthony
and
Mackie,
spoke.
yeah.
Spoke about it, and then they showed photos of him interacting a scene from
With Harrison
with
Ford.
Harrison Ford.
So, all
It's
right.
Thunderbolt Ross. So
Listen,
he's coming.
all right. So yeah, guys like to watch all those YouTube videos and watch all these like podcast dudes talk about the movies. I hate it because I did it for the Doctor Strange movie, and they said this is gonna happen, that's gonna happen. It got me excited. None of that shit happened. I was fucking pissed, bro.
But you know what? The thing is
No, we're
everybody
talking-
knows how misleading Disney can be because they've done it through a lot of movies.
They do it
There
purposely.
There were scenes that just were not even part of the film. It was just
Bro, they
random,
said
maybe something that was cut.
Ghost
or-
Rider was supposed to be in Doctor Strange, bro, and I was excited.
Yeah, so was
And
Yeah.
and no, that didn't happen.
I was
So,
kind of disappointed.
I
with
don't
it,
like
yeah.
I don't like watching none
I
of
was
those.
disappointed.
I'd rather just wait till the movie comes out. I don't even like really watching the trailers. I do, but I'd rather just wait till the movie so I can be surprised and like.
No,
you know what I
definitely,
mean?
definitely. I agree with you in that sense. But somehow out of all this mixed information, like anything else that they put out there, there's always some sense of truth to it. It's like when you take, for example, what just happened with for example, the pictures. With the Captain America and all that. We knew Harrison Ford was replacing him. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it's just the fact that just a picture of that alone, just solidifying the fact that we will be getting him, and at the center, from the CinemaCon, and then finally seeing, in a sense, Captain America's suit that we're kind of expecting from the glimpses also. So I would say that maybe some of the things they shown before the CinemaCon of leaks were kind of pretty accurate at his suit style, because I remember they showed his suit in an illustration, like the prints and stuff, and it's pretty much dead on.
Yeah, they
so
said
whatever we
silver
saw
and
early
blue.
was it was like the silver and blue.
There was a clip. I could be wrong. Please forgive me. But they said they did show a clip, like action clip, and then it went to highlights of what the film, and they said that he looks badass. Like they're showing the action clips. It's like a Civil War feel to it, like Winter Soldier type
they're
deal.
going
That
more
said they're
grounded.
more
More
grounded. Yeah.
grounded.
And they said he looks badass. And there's a scene that the guy says to him, "You're no Steve Rogers," and he pauses and he's like, he says, "I know," and then he's going in like to fight and shit.
Now I know there
pretty
was
cool.
also something hinted, if I'm not mistaken, about one of the scenes. Was it that one, or again, I could be wrong. I don't know if it was that one or Thunderbolts, but it was mentioned about, I think the leader was involved, because there was a scene to where it also talks about how it seems like the crowd was under like some type of mind control. And I know that's some sense. I believe it's the Captain America one, but I could be wrong. It was either one or the other. But just the fact that they're also introducing the leader, Soon
I think
too.
that's Thunderbolts you talking about.
Yeah. So I believe
Yeah, I
so.
think so.
Yeah. So, but even then, my bad for jumping, but just the fact that these new villains are being introduced and they're, a little bit more
So-
dynamic to it now.
So I'm a little indifferent. I kind of agree with Josh, but at the same time, it's very invigorating trying to figure it out and trying
Yeah,
to.
it's fun.
It's like a rat race. So trying to figure out and then see if you're right, and you're like, yeah. And I try to just, be lateful regardless. But like when it came to like Civil War, I was pissed that they came out with that many trailers. We knew Spider-Man was going to be in the movie. We did not need to see him in a trailer. And they put him in a trailer. That to me didn't make sense. However, nowadays, yeah, there's all the YouTube guys, that we follow online, and kudos to them and shout out to them. But on social media, it's hard to stay away from that. Like they'll be randomly putting random posts that are like super clickbaity, and you don't even have to click on them. You see it, and it's like, oh, Kevin Feige gets cancels Deadpool 3. And I'm like, what? And I click on it, and then they're just talking about the
clickbait.
fact that they're not going to name it Deadpool 3, and that's
Yeah,
being thrown
yeah,
out.
yeah.
That it's going to be Deadpool Wolverine. And I'm sitting there like, going back up, who the hell wrote this stupid ass article? I want, like, seriously, like, who wrote
Right,
that?
right.
It's annoying.
It's like clickbait, pretty much.
Yeah,
That's all
and
it
they,
is.
and they get money off
Yeah.
that shit, bro.
Yeah, they do.
That's I don't
So
I don't
misleading.
like that. It
Yeah.
is. It
I
is
think
very.
I think
it
you
is.
need to get into the business.
I would never. I would write an article about their article.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, great. Who's gonna
Cash
read
in.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But what
cash
other
in.
movies we got?
I know they mentioned Mufasa was one that was pretty
yeah,
cool from
Planet of the
Disney's end.
Apes.
Planet of the Apes, the Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Yeah.
G.I. Joe and Transformers.
Oh yeah,
That's
collab.
under that. That's gonna be fire.
Like, I wonder when these movies all drop. It would be dope if most of these movies came out, aside from Deadpool. Like, they can make 2025 a fantastic year.
Yeah, they
It seems
definitely
like
can.
it is,
Well, they
man.
are. Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
They mentioned that too because
It's been roaming around because Henry Cavill too with Highlander. He already mentioned that he's already training for it. He's telling people that the fight scenes are gonna be amazing. He goes everything you can think of with John Wick and sword fighting. It's gonna be next level. He's training hard for it. He's definitely putting that. They keep asking about Warhammer too, so he's doing a lot of talking. I think with that's gonna be amazing too. As far as that, so they're saying that's gonna be next year. Just little tidbits about that. I mean, it's not this year, but
And would you tell me about this dude taking over the voice?
oh yeah, Keanu Reeves is doing the voice for Shadow for the new Sonic. It was just announced today.
yeah.
That's gonna be crazy.
We still have yet to find out who he's going to play in the MCU.
Oh,
It's going to be somebody.
yeah,
And
and Henry Cavill too. We don't know.
And they just announced the Quicksilver.
Oh, the chick.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so
Not Norrin Rad.
No,
No.
it's not. It's
Yeah.
not that.
It's a female. What's her name?
Because based on the timeline, it wouldn't be right for them to come out with Norman? Norman
Just
Rad?
yeah.
Yeah, anyways,
Yeah,
it wouldn't
there's
be
just-
right.
yeah,
It
there's
wouldn't be right
another-
for the original Quicksilver to come out now because his story would just be short. So they're coming out with her first. That way they can lead into him later and have him stick around a lot longer. Those are some
Okay.
of the reasonings that I saw as to why they were going the route with her first and then him later.
Now it's crazy because they picked that version of the female, and there's also still another version of a female Silver Surfer. I don't remember her name off the top of my head, but I thought it was actually going to be the same character when they announced it was going to be a female version, but it's actually not. So that's going to be kind of interesting to see because it seems like that cosmic power itself has been given. You know what I'm saying? More
But it's a
than once.
different universe
So-
too, right?
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
another reason why.
So I think that's where it's also playing into a factor because, man, I can't remember her name right now, but I assumed when I first heard about it that it was going to be that version. And then
Right.
when I looked into it, it wasn't that one at all. This one in the comic book, they show a lot more of her and still with her cosmic powers, but more in still her human form than they do like in that, Silver Surfer look. So, but that's going to be pretty cool though, At least we know, yeah, that definitely Fantastic Four. It was expected, you know.
Ram, on the Sonic route, you saw the trailer for the show, right?
No.
Yeah, so on Paramount Plus, they have the
Oh, they're
Sonic
coming
and
out.
Knuckles show.
They showed a preview of it already?
Yes, yeah.
It looks badass.
It's 6 episodes, I think, and each episode's
shit.
probably gonna be like 40-something minutes or whatever. Okay. But they're all, I don't think Shadow's gonna be on there. He's not. That's gonna be for the movie.
For the movie.
But it's crazy too that they got Jim Carrey to come back again.
I
must-
think
he must
he's
enjoy
having
the role,
fun.
man.
Yeah, he's having
he does.
fun.
He's great.
He's
Yeah.
perfect for
He
it.
has a personality.
I want to
for
see
it.
him fat. Is he gonna be fat in part 3?
You see, that's
Probably
what
not.
I've been.
Probably not.
That's the thing
I don't
that
care.
upsets
He
me,
said he
man.
would want to. He said he wants to
Oh,
see
really?
that. Yeah, he said he likes how he wants to
Transitioning?
CGI.
transition.
Just make it happen. CGI. Because to me,
Right.
I get it. You know, his acting kind of makes up for it.
It does.
Because he does bring the personality, but like, there's just no way you're gonna have Dr. Robotnik and he's not fat. Like he doesn't look like he's an egghead.
He's got
You
the
know what I'm
leg.
saying?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
technically an
This was
egghead.
the-
Like
I got
that's,
you.
you know,
I know
that's
what
the
you're
thing
saying.
about him.
I mean, his head is like an egghead. Jed.
Yeah.
His head is
Well,
the
I'm just saying,
egghead.
like-
It's not his body.
No,
He's
but I know,
not
but he's
Humpty
round.
Dumpty,
Like,
bro.
he does, if you look at him though, over in general though, he does have that shape. You know what I'm saying? So
Listen, basically, Argenis wants
the
Dr.
actual-
Robotnik diabetes.
Yeah,
He wants
you know
the
what I mean?
diabetes.
I want the
Diabetes.
fat one that's like always floating around in that little space ball thing that he got. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's right. And then when you destroy him, all the animals come out of his culito.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
All
yeah.
of them, the bunnies, the squirrels, all of them.
Yeah,
They
all
just
the
pop
cute
out of nowhere.
little animals.
Another announcement I know
ain't
that
front, I love
I've
that
seen that's man, I think this is one of the most exciting ones, to be honest, and it's just for the fact that we're gonna get to see a different side of them. Well, I shouldn't say of them, but of one of the Ninja Turtles, the
be
Ronin.
them.
Well, yeah, realistically,
Oh,
they're supposed
yeah,
to be
yeah,
there
yeah,
in
yeah,
spirit.
yeah.
If you do follow the comic book, they are still there consciously or subconsciously, kind of guiding him and being somewhat, there for him. But the fact that I know they announced a while back they were gonna do a video game, so that was definitely already into play.
It's in the
It's
works.
just now a live action film.
That's gonna be crazy.
It is going to be crazy. And that story is very, very sad.
They better keep it dark, bro.
Honestly, well, they said that it might actually be rated R.
Oh, I hope
It
so.
has to be.
Yeah.
It has to be.
I think it would be dope, and I know we didn't really get to talk about this. I think it'd be dope if they made it a 2-parter, and we actually got like an adult version of them, all of them, and got to actually get the whole story to see how they died,
Yes.
and how he had to deal with like an Infinity War Endgame type
That
of thing.
would-
Well, you know,
Fire.
you
that
never
would
know.
be so sad, but so good.
Yeah, but you know what? It's crazy because we're just getting the rumors now, but who knows if that's honestly the direction? Yeah, because when you have such a great story, you can't really miss out on anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the like turning points, and the big factors in these storylines. So why not? Why not?
But we know like the originally the comic when it first came out, it wasn't cartoony the way we saw it. It was more dark, more violent, more serious anyway. That's why I think the first one is so dope because they balanced it so well. But it was, the fighting scenes were fire, like with Shredder and all that at the end on top of the building in the movie.
Yeah, facts. And
I
what
mean,
what they knocked him
compared
into,
to-
wasn't it like a garbage truck, or they knocked him into something and it crushed him?
It's
Or
dope.
Oh, in the original?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
original.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
The original was pretty dark, and
Yeah.
they were on top of the rooftop.
It was
Yeah, they
dirty.
knocked him
Casey was
over,
running
yeah.
the truck, and Shredder tried some shit on Splinter.
All right, so yeah, like what you're saying, Adam, right? So the story is sad and all that, but if you guys didn't know where it originated was, if you didn't know the two creators of Ninja Turtles, they kind of split way in a long time ago, and they didn't see each other, or they haven't really kept in contact like
They don't fucks with each other. No more.
Yeah, so this show
did
on
for a while.
Netflix, movies that made us, or comics, or whatever made us, they actually were able to get them together for the first time in forever, and it was like a really special moment when they showed them. They were talking about, I think they reunited right in
it was a beef over, I believe it was the money issue.
Right.
Because the one guy, Eastman, I believe it was Eastman, sold his share to the older dude
Right.
early on, and the older dude kept it for many years.
Yeah.
And the Turtles blew up, and then he sold his, the whole
was done
thing
with
for
it,
millions.
There was
So-
there was also another obstacle on the road with them when they first tried bringing in the female turtle Venus.
Yeah, when it was blowing up,
Yes,
they
didn't agree on that.
Yeah.
And they tried introducing her, and it kind of fell flat.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
character.
didn't they do a show where like
Yes.
a live
Yeah.
show?
Yeah, and it crossed over
And it
with the
crossed
Power
over
Rangers.
with the Power Rangers,
and she
yeah.
was in that crossover.
Yeah.
And she kind of looked weird or whatever, and so on and so forth. And now they have Jenica, part of their story, and Jenica looks badass and has like weapons that kind of correlate to almost all the turtles.
Yeah.
So, and I think it hit now. Like Jenica, I have comic covers with her on it, and it does well. I like seeing her on the covers. But with Venus, and I guess it just felt kind of rushed and forced, and that was also something that Peter and Kevin
They fell apart about.
they didn't agree on it
because the machine was just going crazy,
so-
and then that's when they met each other for the first time, and there was that moment like holy shit, because I think they even met them. They got them to meet each other at the old building where they were,
and they hugged and
everything, and it was
Real
like quiet.
creative.
So that brought them together, and then they said they kind of went through their old books, and then they pulled out the Ronin story, and they agreed to come out with it,
Yeah.
and Peter gave his blessing, like, do it, whatever, and then that's how we got the Ronin story, with, like you were saying, more mature,
yes.
More grounded.
Yes.
grounded,
Very sad,
serious,
too. Very
and if they
sad.
make that movie like that, that's gonna be amazing.
Because a lot of the turtle stuff was always happy-go-lucky type things. They
Yeah.
didn't run into much death in their stories.
in the animated stuff,
In the animated stuff, no.
More kids
So,
friendly.
and they didn't run into any death with them. I know there was a storyline back in the day where they tried like discussing about killing off Donatello,
Yeah, I
and the
remember something
fandom
like
did
that.
not like it at all. So he wound up getting injured. That's why in the Batman vs. Ninja Turtle movie, Donatello just injures himself, like he breaks his arm or something, but he doesn't die. But you think that maybe he's about to die, and he doesn't. But the fans got pissed. But that show on Netflix, listen, I get teary-eyed every time I watch that episode. That one, the Ghostbuster one with Harold Ramis, gets me, bro. Because that era was like, helped
was-
mold me and shape me.
It was well done. That was well
It was
done.
great.
Yeah.
Seeing them like actually, it was like some Maury shit or like Ricky Lake.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they brought them together and they're like,
Especially
we're
when
gonna
he was
force
helping them, you
Yeah.
know, that was cool.
Yeah.
That was a nice touch.
So real quick, going back real fast to kind of wrap up the Ronin thing. You know that because of the Ronin story, because I know they got the Jenica and they've been pushing her and stuff like that. But if I'm not mistaken, with the Ronin story, they did have an introduction of I think it was 3 or 4 new turtles. You know what I'm saying? With some different names now. And I
That's
think,
like-
if I'm not mistaken, I think it was like now it's like 3 female turtles and 1 male turtle on the team. Or something like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure
That's
how many
weird.
females or how many males.
Yeah.
But
they-
I think that's like after the fact.
Yes.
Yeah.
What they're trying to do is they're trying to create like almost like a multiverse type thing where it's like a rebirth, like in DC Comics, and there's a whole new set of turtles.
Okay, yeah, because I
Yeah,
think
I don't think
they're
it's
making it seem like I think it's Casey Jones, if I'm not mistaken, and April is the one that trains them now. You know, these new
'cause
set
in
of
the
turtles.
Maybe because in the comics they also have a kid together.
Yeah, you
And
see,
it's
so
Casey
yeah, I
Marie
think they're the
Jones.
ones that,
Right.
yeah, and like one of them is like a box turtle. One of them, like the colors are way more like now. I'll put it to you like this: you know how the original 4 turtles, they almost had a very similar look. Because even in the Nintendo game, when you look at it in the cover, remember they all
for sure.
they had the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
look
yeah,
with
yeah.
the same even color bandana before they gave them their own individual colors. But you could tell that these new turtles that they're introducing, like they stand out now, like individually. They're a little bit more detailed on the style of turtles that they are.
I don't know their story though. I don't know how they came about. I don't know how
I'm not sure either.
Yeah, we'd have to look into it.
Yeah.
But it's new. They're testing waters with it and
Yeah.
trying to see if they can create another story so they can have multiple things going on instead of just Ronin, Armageddon game, and Splintered Fate or whatever.
Yeah.
They want to do a couple different things.
Well, that's definitely something to look forward to, man. Again,
Yeah.
being a Ninja Turtle fan, TMNT, going back to being grounded. Again, I love it, man. I one thing about it to me, again, any type of superhero, any type of cartoon that has the ability to take a moment to get grounded and give it that realistic feel, man, go for it, because that's where that tone is sets in. And really a lot of these characters, though, too, like you said, growing up, they really weren't as maybe then to us, yeah, they're cartoons, so we don't look at the extraness behind it. But obviously when you grow up, you're an adult, you look at things differently, man. They weren't so cartoonish in the sense of like kiddish. A lot of these stories were dark, a lot of these cartoons had the violence in it, but it's depicted differently now as an adult when you really see what they're on. You know what I'm saying? And it's just the fact that, again, it wasn't grounded to us because of the colors and how colorful and cool these stories were, but the fact that they can bring them out now in live action and really get it back to being grounded, it just, again, you could relate to these characters more, man. And again, the Ninja Turtles was so dope. It's the perfect ones to do it too, because even, again, the original movies, they were they had that grounded feel.
Yeah. It's similar with like X-Men, the animated series, X-Men 97. As a kid, we knew some of the drama, but you focused on Wolverine's abilities and fighting,
how cool
all
they
those
look.
antics. But you didn't realize now as an adult watching it, even watching the old episodes, X-Men 97 is stupid. X-Men the animated series, whatever, stupid
It's
political.
just full of,
it's mad
full of
political.
drama.
Yeah, they're basically dealing with racism and all this other stuff that as a kid you didn't really focus on, but as an adult, I kind of appreciate it because it's different. It's mutants to normal humans or whatever, but they do kind of try to touch on that. On a side note, to switch it up, I am super excited that baseball has started. So that's why I got my home plate baseball shirt here.
Okay. Yeah,
Yes,
facts.
it's been about 2 weeks since baseball started. They're like about 14 games in.
Yeah, they're a little bit in already, yeah.
And there's been terrible umping. So I'm going to call out Angel Hernandez, and I call for his firing.
Yeah.
Because he's a terrible umpire, and he's throwing balls so far out of the zone that he's I don't know where he's I have no idea if he's crossing his eyes, if he forgot his medicine before he started.
I don't know. He should get.
Seriously. Like,
do they do like eye exams to these people, man? Because I feel like it's the same thing as sorry to diss any old people out there, but like after a certain age, man, you got to get your eyes checked when you're driving. Because I feel like when you're a certain age, you definitely need to be getting evaluation. And honestly, half of the time in these baseball games and most of these sports, when you look at the refs, man, I'm calling. So what, man? You guys be a little bit, on the older side, man. Yeah, man, basketball. A lot of the calls too. Lately, just reffing in general or umpires or whatever. You guys have been sucking in general lately. A lot of these calls look too obvious.
I would never want to be a ref for soccer. Or football.
So my thing is, I understand like people wanting to keep it like original and traditional and all that, but we have the technology now. To put cameras in place to get this correct every time.
Yeah.
Please.
Like, come on, let's get
just
with the program.
send the signal from the top, from New York. I don't care where it comes from, Mars. Send the damn signal to the ump and have the ump make the call immediately.
Listen,
I don't want to hear all these antics about, but it's going to take away the game. No, these guys get paid a lot of money. They put their bodies on the line. The batters know damn well what's a strike and what isn't. And when they don't swing at a pitch, there's a percentage of the time for a reason. And these umpires, I get some of them, they get graded.
Yeah.
They
do.
And like any other job, they get graded. And I don't expect them to be perfect because they're humans and they're fallible. But at the same time, this dude is terrible.
Again, when it's too obvious.
He's driving to Denny's, and when he walks in, it's an IHOP. I don't know what the hell's wrong with him. And apparently there's a union, and he's one of the leaders on the union, and people have been trying to like diss unions because now they have an opportunity to diss unions. Don't diss the union, all right? Like don't like hate the player, not the game, or whatever the fuck that slogan goes. He needs to be out, all right? He needs to be out. Like let him throw popcorn. down the staircase in the lane.
Let him be the guy. Be
throw.
like hot
There
dogs,
you
hot
go.
dogs.
Seriously.
That's fucked
But
up.
give him nothing to throw.
That's it.
Literally. Other than that, I'm excited that baseball's back.
Cool.
Some of the rules are a little different, but I love baseball. And soon we'll have football.
Yeah, football.
And those two,
Oh,
when
yes.
they come in at the same
Yes.
time, it's honestly probably the best time of my life. It's my favorite time of my life. Any type of worry or depression just sweats right off, bro. It's like
I can
it's
see
like
it.
it's like pissing and shitting at the same time.
Oh,
it's
shit.
great.
Oh
I love
my
it.
gosh.
You know what? Let me watch.
Let
Let me watch. MLB. Whatever. NFL ticket. The red zone and the MLB at the same time.
Oh, split
All at the
screen.
same time.
That's it.
Yes.
It's all right.
Yes. Yes.
Hey, look at it. You
Yes.
can see it in his face.
It's great.
Yo, he's
It's
getting
great.
excited, bro.
It's terrible. And I get to see terrible refereeing on football. You know,
Oh,
where they're
man.
just like, oh yeah, no
We-
foul on
we
that
should-
clear roughing the passer.
We should plan to go see a game live, man.
Oh yeah,
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 baseball
yeah.
and football.
Yeah, we
Well,
did.
you
We did
missed
the
it.
football.
You
Yeah, you
missed
missed
it.
it. You slacking.
Everybody missed it.
Yeah, apparently.
Hey, I'm trying to make
The
it an
podcast
initiative.
even missed it.
Yeah,
So-
I'll make it an initiative.
So check it.
Yeah.
Since you hit sports, man, I definitely want to mention. Okay, so this year, women's college basketball has gotten tremendous exposure.
Oh, yeah.
In such a positive way.
Yep.
Honestly, I was never a fan of watching. I can't even say watching the WNBA or the
NWA.
Well, but
Nah,
you heard about
but-
the
but-
Ice Cube thing, right? That's what
Well,
you're
yeah,
getting on?
we're gonna get to
Oh,
that.
yeah,
We're gonna
okay.
get to that.
Right?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
definitely
Big
get to
three?
that,
Yeah.
and
Big
the
three?
little Dirk afterwards.
Yeah.
because it's crazy the offers, but
Yeah.
you know the fact that the sport itself, again, I'm not one to watch basketball much. I'm more of a when the playoffs come around, where the tight race hits, or where it's like close to the
That's
second
me
half when
too.
you really see
Yeah.
these teams get it in, because you know, and towards the beginning of the season, it's just everybody getting a feel. But so yeah, women's college basketball this year definitely went to new heights with exposure for the fact that this young lady, Caitlin Clark. What can I say? I've never, you know, you hear about Curry as a shooter. You hear about these amazing scores in the
surprised.
game, you know, and not to say that I never expected it, because anybody in this world is capable of doing anything. It don't matter, male or female, whatever you want to identify as. At the end of the day, if you can make it happen, you can make it happen, right? So I caught wind of that name, Caitlin Clark, because when you go on ESPN or pretty much any sports channel, her name is just constantly ringing bells.
Right.
And I took the opportunity just to watch one college basketball game, because I don't do it for the men's, but it's just the fact that the stuff I was hearing was kind of ridiculous. But it's like, you know,
Let me
watch
check
the
this
game.
out.
Yeah, let me see this,
Check
because
it out.
it's only once in a blue, you know what I'm saying? Once in your lifetime that you get somebody that does something extraordinarily like out of this world like this, you know what I'm saying? And that's all it took. You know, she played for Iowa. And obviously, I guess she's been doing it for a while. So it's not like she's just starting to get hot. She's been executing since high school. From, you know, even some of the highlight stuff, you could just tell that she was just working her way there and progressing. But now, you know, though she didn't win the national championship this year, they fell short to South Carolina, which that team was magnificent. That's a whole nother story in itself. Don't want to get into that. But the fact, though, that I watched one game and it changed everything. And I can only imagine that that was the impact that she had in sports in general, to where you even had some of the top sports players from every sport tuning in to her, showing her support for the fact of how much of a GOAT she is when she plays. Curry's nice. Again, Curry can do some amazing things every night, and at this point, it's almost like normal, because it's like you don't know what to expect, but when he does it, it's like, man, it's Curry.
Yeah.
But this chick right here, she's special. She just got drafted. Today was the actual WNBA draft. She got drafted #1 pick. It was expected by the Indiana Fever, which is cool also, because they're, from what I hear, they're a great program, and she's like a really good fit there. And it's almost like the joke is that she went from Iowa to Indiana, so it was just like looking over, and it was just like, boom, you're there. You know, so it wasn't much to her for a change. But just the fact that this man, I've never seen a woman play like this. I'll put it like this, man. To get even the offers that she has offered, I hear that the WNBA don't pay well. You know, you hear those stories about sports in general. It's not fair what these women get paid. Pay these women in general. You know, they're playing just as hard. Honestly, just from watching Caitlin Clark alone, I realize a lot of other young women who have great talent in college and are working their way to the NBA, WNBA type deal. And it's just like, man, they deserve to get paid just as much because if Caitlin Clark can play ball like that, you know what I'm saying, at a level to where you got men offering her deals to join leagues, the big three, Ice Cube, man. You know, the difference in the salary. Let's be real here. Ice Cube offered her $5 million to join the big three. She would have been playing with men if she took that offer. But that's how much she made such an impact. Like, at this point, she smokes any side, men or female. She has damn near every record in college at the moment for points scored during the season, games, all that. She broke pretty much every college for men and women combined. So it's not just women's, it was men also. She is considered one of the top, a GOAT in general. So her also going to the WNBA, that was the big hype behind it because to me it's like, you got to pay that woman. And she's getting those type of offers. Yeah. Like now the WNBA better step it up because they were trying to give her a minimum salary.
That's
and it's
crazy.
Like this woman plays like a GOAT, like a serious GOAT. Like this woman is almost like a Jordan, like finisher.
I was gonna say that she deserves a contract.
Yes, listen, and for my bad, but for the big three, you know, Ice Cube offered her $5 million, and then what happened was, you know, the rapper Lil Durk has a team in the big three. He went and upped it, and he said, "Listen, play for my team in the big three. I'll give you $10 million."
Nice. You know what? Shout out to Ice Cube real quick on that. He's doing his thing.
Yeah,
they're really trying to X him on that and all that. It's dope.
Yeah. I wanted to touch base on that. So the thing is, I don't know exactly like his role in the WNBA, but I've just seen a few videos where he's offering these women contracts that are these numbers are way above anything that the WNBA is offering.
That's crazy.
Bro, listen.
But you know what? You're seeing this shift too, man, because like guys like Ice Cube, even The Rock has the XFL, like his own thing.
The
and
UFL.
It's
UFL now.
Oh, I thought
United Football League. That's what it's called now because it was combined.
Oh, okay. But you see these guys come in and giving opportunities to people that didn't initially have that, and it's kind of like you.
Not only they deserve it, man. The way they play, you know, the way they play. Cool, like I just feel like, which that was another thing that they were talking about, and when I was hearing that in one of the, I believe it was ESPN,
right,
or maybe CBS Sports, they were saying how it's crazy though because in like Caitlin Clark's case, she got offered all this money. You know, she's going to the WNBA. I think it was like $76,000. I don't know what if it's a year or a month or something crazy. It was like such a low number. It's like the minimum that they would pay a player, and she's the number 1 draft pick. That's what first of all blows my mind. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like how you the number 1 draft pick, you break every record and you're offered that much. You know.
But like, doesn't it go down to like what sales they get from like tickets and jerseys and stuff like that? Like they just don't sell as much as like the men's league.
But now in a case like hers though, now check this out. Because of her, let's put it like this. I think it was because the attention she's bringing is going to make the money. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason why. And then
she could be something Under Armour, Nike. Oh, they should jump on it for the advertisements. Super. And she should get paid for this shit.
But now here's the thing that I was gonna get to. It's crazy how in this newscast they were saying how because she still had 1 more year in her contract to play in college because you're allowed to play up to 5 years. She didn't opt out for the 5th year because there was a year that either she got hurt or she got skipped or something. But the fact that they said, why go to the WNBA, right? When you still have 1 more year in college, and when you're in college, the amount of money you make in that 1 year of college, it's still 2 to 3 times more than what you would make going into the WNBA. So in other words, she should have stayed and played 1 more year, got those millions of dollars from endorsements and all this, and then after she maxed out, then go to WNBA, and it's like saying accept minimum salary because at that point the WNBA doesn't get much attention.
And here's the madness, because this is turned over in the past like 4 or 5 years as well, with students not getting paid for years to play sports and put their body on the line. Now, granted, I get it. They may have they may get certain paid for college and this, that, or the other, and they get free boarding and free this, free that. But they technically, they can get an injury can literally end their career. An injury can literally end their career.
Yeah.
So they should have been getting paid a long
Yeah.
time ago. And another reason why is, I know a lot of people say they like college football more than professional football or whatever. I'm just speaking on the football front. And that might be the case. That's not the case with me, but I understand why. All right? There's a band, there's a lot more excitement around it in that way. And you're proud to be there to support your school versus a team that you only have so much influence in.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know what I'm saying? But these schools, they bank on these
bet,
UF, FSU, all these schools,
Big time.
they make
Big time.
mad money. And forever and a day, these students, yeah, they might get free tuition to go to the school, but they're also putting their body on the line, which if they get injured, could then affect their graduate degree or whatever they're trying to get thereafter. So I'm glad that the tides are turning with that. And they're getting paid or they would be lucky to get an endorsement with Gatorade or something like
Yeah.
that. But I'm glad that they're starting to get something. And if she was making more money in college versus now,
Yeah, that's-
versus
she has been.
versus
Yes.
what she would have been made in the WNBA, guess what? That's another eye-opening thing on how that shit needs to change
That
too.
needs to instantly because how are the pros? You
Professional.
Work the professional are getting paid less, and you work so hard just to get to that level.
Seriously, I don't know anybody who works for a company and then
When you
they're
get
making
management,
money. They're
they give you
making
minimum
money
wage.
as a part-time manager or something, and then they somehow work their way up to a CEO and make less.
Yeah,
Do you know that
makes
story?
no
I don't know that
sense.
story.
Well, I
That
know,
makes no
like,
sense. Yeah,
well,
that's backwards.
You know, like Michael Jordan, right? He was the lowest. He made minimum basketball salary, but he was killing it with endorsements with
Yeah, that's
Nike.
where it is.
Yeah.
That's where the money's
Because
at.
of that agreement, and his
It's,
mom chose that
yeah.
for him to make part of every
Yeah,
shoe sale
every shoe
Oh, yeah,
to
she-
make up
she
for that
locked in.
indifference because she knows that anything can happen to him,
Right.
but people may still buy some sneakers.
So if it was anybody who's, I mean, that's way off the deep end, but like for her to really try to get some really good endorsement deals that is gonna bring in the dollars and longevity for her to build her brand up enough where if she decides, whenever that time comes, her name, brand, and everything is tight, she can carry on with endorsements,
Yeah.
whatever she wants to go to
Well,
help.
well,
and if she's that good,
listen.
she should get it, bro.
So now that's what I was gonna say. Here's the thing: it's not that she should, she will get it. If you've watched her play, if you haven't watched her play, just take a moment, go on YouTube, just watch one highlight video, and that's gonna be enough. Honestly, she's okay. I'll put it to you like this, just to kind of wrap it up. In this championship game, she loses to South Carolina, her Iowa team. Great team though. There's not only Caitlin Clark though. That whole team, Iowa team, they're just amazing. Because you also have to have the support. But when the championship team, the coach of that team, after they win, when they're about to hand them the trophy, and they ask the coach of that South Carolina team to have a speech, before she even spoke about the team, she took a moment to say thank you to Caitlin Clark before anything. That was the first thing that came out of her mouth. For the fact that she was like, the attention she brought to the sport, the load that she carried, it was like a whole world that she had to carry on her back because now she changed the sport. Now the attention, it's like, in other words, you have to change everything because now she brought that attention that it needed. And then for that same coach, Dawn Staley, if I'm not mistaken, she's like a legend. She pretty much even said it out of her own mouth. She was like, no matter what anybody says, even though you didn't win the ring, you know what I'm saying, or the championship, you are a GOAT of the sport. Like, it's just, there's no question about it. That alone, to hear from a GOAT herself, yeah, you're set. Shout out Caitlin Clark. Good luck to your career in the WNBA, whatever you do in the future from here on out. At the end of the day, you brought you got my attention. Let's put it like that. You brought me to the sport now to where I want to watch it just because you're there. And again, some of these other young ladies that I seen that got drafted, that because of her, again, that's the effect. That was the effect she had.
It only
The
takes
exposure.
one sometimes,
Yeah, it
bro.
only takes
Right.
one to
It
bust
does
that
only
door
take
open.
one.
So for
Yes.
everybody to get that exposure, honestly, there's so many
It's like a wake up call. It's like,
amazing
hello.
players right now that are out there, man. Shout out to all of them, those who decided to stay back for that one more year. But again, you know, for changing the sport, Caitlin Clark, shout out to you. Hope you have a great career on that. Well, with that being said, guys, you know.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Just
yeah,
came to
you
me.
got, yeah.
Brad, we got enough. Just one more.
Yeah, go ahead. Throw it in there.
All right. Mike Tyson. Jake
Yeah,
Paul.
since we're talking about goats, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Mike
So
Tyson.
end it on this goat.
Yeah. What y'all got? I think Mike is gonna
They
do
saying it's
it.
rigged, bro.
Bro, let me tell you
either
something.
way.
Anything with Jake Paul at this point, I still
but bro,
call me a hater. I feel
yeah,
like all
but,
his shit is
bro, Mike. I don't know, man. Mike got them shots, boy. I don't care how old he is.
Listen,
Yo,
his power level. I don't think
Jake.
has ever
I don't know,
changed, but
Jake Paul gonna handle them body
He still
shots,
looks
bro.
like he hits the same way.
You hear how that bag snaps when he's hitting that?
Bro, my thing is again, is he really gonna? Jake Paul knows he's not gonna be able to
Dude.
stand toe to toe and go blow for blow for this guy. It's just not gonna happen.
Not for the first. You know, Mike is a short round.
But they
person.
put a lot of
Yeah,
restrictions,
definitely.
right?
Anything
I don't know
after
how
the
many
6?
rounds the fight's gonna be. I would assume 8 or 10, maybe.
Yeah, I'm gonna research that.
But yeah, Mike usually like after 6 he starts.
Yeah, he
like
starts-
Miguel Cotto,
yeah.
he starts getting tired. He does.
Yeah, that
but
stamina goes down.
maybe, Paul will come out with like a Don King mask, and that would just make Mike Tyson more
Yeah,
pissed
no.
and
Yeah,
furious.
man. Get flashbacks.
or Robin Givens, and get really really mad, and then Mike could just start going to
No.
town.
Listen, if Mike loses, go back to racing pigeons. Just go back to racing
Listen,
pigeons
and
and keep your podcast going. You know, keep selling those gummy ears and
Yo, there was
I didn't
a,
see them.
You know what I'm saying?
there was a company that was selling a lot of autographed stuff from him, and I was gonna buy a picture, but that picture was like almost $300. So I was like, nah, I'm
I have
good.
something from him signed to Adam.
Yeah.
When my dad got it. But listen, I think that I know some people think it's rigged, and I'm weary. Because I'm not a huge fan of this exhibition match, doesn't count for your record, but somehow Floyd will turn for me to hit Floyd. Okay. If it is rigged, Florida Lottery. If it is rigged, and Paul's supposed to win and not have anything go on record, Mike, listen, you remember what Matt Murdock's dad did? He was supposed to lose. Daredevil's dad was supposed to lose. Now, we're not going to talk about what happened to Daredevil's dad afterwards, but Daredevil's dad was supposed to lose. But he said, you know what? No, I'm winning. All right? And he
Because
turned the
his son was
tide.
watching.
Yeah, because his son was watching.
So
Well, listen.
We're all your kids, Mike.
yeah, so apparently they're saying they're still working out the details, but they do want it
They
to
don't
be.
want nobody to get hurt.
No, but they say they are pushing for pro they want it to be pro, but they're waiting on the Texas Commission, so it might be exhibition. But no headgear. There will not be absolutely no
Thank God.
headgear involved.
What about the size of the gloves?
18 ounces what they're
Terrible.
putting. Yeah,
Terrible.
but that's they're trying to
Terrible.
Yeah.
What did they got? What are they fighting with? Mattress Firm? What are they fighting with here?
Yeah.
They're gonna have little mini mattresses.
So-
Hey,
on
they're
their
gonna look
mat.
like those Hulk
They're gonna
gloves
be
that they
swinging
sell
like
at.
cots. They're gonna be swinging like cots. For that, like what,
They're gonna look like sock
Yeah.
and
Should be
boppers.
nothing below like
So-
11 or 12 ounce.
They're gonna look like sock and boppers.
Yeah.
And Mike's gonna
Yeah.
get tired more. He's
You
gonna get
remember
tired
them
faster.
inflatables? The inflatables
Yeah,
back in
the
the
inflatables,
day?
Yeah,
yeah.
so that I'm just glancing through, but that's pretty much like what we know.
Basically-
Do we
no
have a
headgear,
date on
nothing
that?
like that.
Do we have a date on that?
a July? Oh shit, July something.
It might be the week of SDCC.
Yeah, no, but it's gonna be on Netflix.
True.
So
Listen,
Stream
I'll
that.
summarize what you just said. When they say that they
fight?
haven't finalized the
I don't
details,
know.
the check hasn't cleared. They're waiting on how much money they can garner, and then they'll be like, "Oh, okay, we'll just do this way."
That's just wild.
it'll be the
Chicago Comic Con is
rounds.
at the end of this
The
week.
rounds will be 2 minute
I mean, end of the
duration
month.
rather than 3. Both fighters will wear 16-ounce gloves rather than the regular 10-ounce. No official judges will score the fight. Therefore, no winner. This is what they're putting
So
out there.
it's supposed to be like that fight he did with Roy Jones.
Oh yes, it's expensive.
They were saying that you couldn't there's no knockouts. Well, in that Roy Jones fight,
no
It's the
official
Pro Bowl.
judge, no winner
It's
unless
the Pro
The
Bowl.
Pro Bowl, you can't tackle
therefore,
nobody.
no winner unless a KO.
Okay, unless somebody gets
that's
knocked
a
out.
KO.
So there's no scoring.
Oh,
So they
this
gotta
is
not-
this is
yeah.
a
So
death
somebody got to
match.
go to sleep.
This is the celebrity
This-
death
this-
That's what
match.
I'm saying, though. This is what I'm
Mattress
saying.
firm. I told you mattress
Yeah,
firm.
but
Someone
those
has to
body
go
shots-
night.
Those body shots, though, bro. Come on, man. You see Mike on that bag. He don't play. Like, that dude know how to punch.
Yeah, but
You know what I'm
but
saying?
I
That
do.
fool-
God.
Listen,
If Mike goes down because of exhaustion,
I don't
I'm
know,
gonna be
man.
tired of watching.
Nah, I don't know.
Because
man.
he is older.
He is
Listen,
older.
real quick though.
Yo,
Yeah,
but
60
you
to
know, but you
30?
see him.
Jake Paul's
He's a
just
beast.
raping the sport, though. I'm not gonna lie. He's raping the sport.
I think he's keeping it
he's
afloat.
raping
I
the
like
sport.
your framing of raping.
The sport.
Come
Is
on.
that-
Diddy.
No one likes rape.
Yeah,
No,
nobody.
yes,
likes it.
yes.
You know what I mean? Like he's raping the sport. He's for his money. He's like he literally. Because think about it.
He's
this
keeping
guy's
it
not
to-
even really a professional.
No,
Don't
but
get me wrong. There's
he's
social-
keeping it. He's keeping it.
No, I know,
Don't
but you know
say-
the social media
keeping it what?
influence.
He's keeping it alive.
Relevant?
Relevant.
No, he's not really. No.
I mean,
listen,
not relevant. Okay,
no,
you know,
no,
he's
no.
keeping the
No.
heads.
He's
you know,
he's giving us these bullshit fights with his bullshit
He's keeping
friends.
it- he's keeping it
You know what I'm saying?
entertaining.
Nah, that's what it
That's
is.
true.
He's
It's
keeping,
entertainment.
he's keeping the money circulating.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's keeping it afloat.
But the records and the
None of that.
skill factor isn't there. In my opinion.
Listen. It's
It's not there.
bullshit. It's bullshit.
God.
It's
I-
entertainment.
I-
It turned into the WWE pretty much. That's what he did. He made it now to where people even like question these fights. Like boxing was a sport that, of course, any sport you could say could be rigged. But boxing, the pride of boxing was to me kind of got stripped with these joke fights, man. Like now it's just
I agree.
He took it to the point where now celebrities just want to mash it out, and it's like, man, you're disrespecting these guys who, you know. These joke fights are getting more views than the guys who have been training 15 years trying to actually win a belt and not
that's
getting
where
that
the
televised
disrespect
shit.
is. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
They could do it on their own. If they want to do it on their own, that's fine. Like, but it shouldn't take precedent over the fighters that are actually fighting.
It's all attention though. Like I
I
mean,
know.
dude, like the
Social
platform,
media.
social media,
Yeah,
Netflix
it's
is
tied
streaming.
to it.
Dude,
Yeah, it's tied.
Netflix is
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
Who's gonna Netflix and chill today?
you know what?
yeah.
Who's gonna
everybody.
Netflix and chill tonight?
Someone's gonna chill because they gotta
I
get
am.
knocked out.
No,
Yeah.
I am.
Okay,
to
who
the
you got?
fight.
All right.
To the fight, not tonight. To the fight.
Oh,
That's
I
what he
thought you said
said.
today.
Yeah.
I was-
Look at him.
To
He
the
got
fight.
he happy.
Okay,
as
we're
fuck.
closing out on that.
He's
We're
full.
going.
He got a new haircut. He got a new haircut and he changed his life.
Oh yeah, right. Now we'll leave that for next episode.
Damn.
That's a whole different chain. Yeah.
Come on, show it to me. Show it to me, Dr. Robot. nigga.
I'll show you something.
Oh shit, that's funny.
Anyway.
Okay, who you got? Who you got?
From the fight,
Yeah. No, Jesus.
Jake Paul's ear.
Shit.
That's
What
what's
about you,
gonna win
Adam?
the fight.
I want Tyson.
You want Tyson?
I want
I
Tyson.
have.
Now I want
don't
Tyson
care.
too.
Me too, man. I think.
The CEO of Netflix.
Yeah, right. Damn, that's crazy that they're doing
I'm
that.
going with Tyson, man. I think Tyson.
I want Tyson to win.
Everybody wants Tyson to win.
Yes.
Yeah, if you don't want Tyson to win,
That's just like
He's gonna
everybody
make you like
watching
him.
the Mayweather fights want Mayweather to lose.
And
just
people are trying to say,
see
"Oh,
him
look at how he
lose.
did with Roy Jones." But Roy Jones, bro.
That was Roy Jones was gassed. Roy Jones was not prepared for that fight.
No.
He was not.
He
bro.
literally
he did
walked
it for the money, bro.
He walked out of Dunkin' Donuts and got into a ring.
Seriously.
Yeah, but he was still.
So quick question then, real quick. What type of donuts do you think he ordered from?
It was definitely something with glaze.
Glaze?
That's definitely.
I was
'cause
thinking
he was
Double
getting
glaze.
all over his
It
face.
looked like
He was
either
exhausted.
jelly or Boston cream.
Hey, y'all don't
That's
hate
that
on
crap,
Boston
bro.
It was
That's
whatever.
that
That's the
crap.
only thing
It was a
Boston
cherry
I
donut.
fuck
He had
with.
blood all over
That's
his
the only thing Boston I fuck with. Straight up. That's
The
not-
Boston cream.
That's the only
you know what?
thing
He ain't
Boston
lying
I
because
fuck
that's
with.
probably the only donut I would get. But anyway, man. With that being said, yo, it was honestly a dope episode today. You know,
Yeah,
always
for
it's
sure.
always great to get together and do this.
Yeah.
You know, this is Street Geeks, aka Geeks from the Street.
You did.
Um,
You heard.
Yeah, man. You know,
leave comments. Let us know anything you guys
Exactly.
would like us to discuss more better. Any other ideas? Love to hear the feedback.
yeah, subscribe, comment below, let
Word.
us know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, link up with us on our personal pages as well. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, facts.
Show
Shout
some
out to
love.
us.
you know, we're cool people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, all the platforms.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? All the platforms, all that good stuff. And stay tuned, you know, as we keep you updated for new releases, new shows that are coming up, man, you know, giving you our thoughts on a little bit of everything that's in our geek world. You feel me? Yeah.
Maybe by next episode, we'll probably be talking about the Chicago Comic-Con coming up.
Oh, yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of exclusives dropping and stuff like that.
Oh, dope, yeah.
When is that? What's
It should be at the end of this month.
Okay, okay.
So
Cool.
a lot of stuff is going to be dropping.
So, again, you want to stay in tune with us? Subscribe, comment below, let us know. You know what I'm saying? We're here for you. You know what I'm saying? We do this. Yeah. Street Geeks.
You're...
Peace out.
Bye, guys.